Hello, and welcome to episode number. What the fuck episode is 188 of the Book Force Pod.
It's the number
Everyone
at the top.
criticizes
And we
Chris's
said-
intros, and yet
And Miranda's. We said Kate was going to do it right, but maybe it's the theme of the pod.
Whatever, man. I had acupuncture today, and I've been doing EMDR bilateral stimulation for like 3 weeks straight. My brain is liquids. I'm Kate. And I'm here with Chris and Rana and Miranda and Devin, and we are talking about Quest for the Hidden City by George Mann, which is a middle grade book that Chris, I believe you said that it had nothing to do with anything really, but
I will say I will start with just two simple thoughts. One, I liked it better than I remembered liking it upon second reading.
you were just so mad about the proofreading. We'll
And
talk
two,
about
That's a different point for later.
that.
the city for which they are questing is not hidden.
They
True.
need to
Great.
find it at
It's
first.
right fucking there. It's like a big fucking cliff with a city carved into it. That's all. We can
Well,
talk about what
it's-
we're drinking now.
Well, is it a quest for the fucking big city in the cliff, or is it a quest on behalf of the city they couldn't fucking find?
That's a terrible title then.
I go for the second one, but it's like a bowling for soup situation.
Like the second one works better.
All right, hang on. Before we get into it, I am. What are we drinking? I'm not drinking. I'm just drinking tea because I'm a low energy motherfucker, as we all know. So that's fun. Ron, I want to hear about your wine that you have a lot of.
So, just so people know, I was being very good about alcohol consumption after vacation, but then it was Sunday and I was making a summery meal. I was like, let's open a bottle of wine. And then I had some of it Sunday. I had one glass of it yesterday. And then today I was like, oh, well, I should have like one glass left because I had 2 glasses Sunday, one in the afternoon, one with dinner. And then I went to pour it, and this shit was large. It was a large pour. So, you know, I'm supposed to meet my friend for breakfast at 7:30 in the morning tomorrow, not by my choice, but she took a plane and decided that was when she was coming to Providence, so I'm not
Damn.
going to argue. So what I am drinking too much of is a 3-day-old, though it was vacuum sealed. I don't know how to pronounce
Because you're not
Italian.
a fucking
Apologies.
savage.
Right, of course. Come on, guys. Well, also, Chris, choose your words carefully.
Yeah,
I was not
damn,
gonna touch
alright,
that.
alright.
I
I
was
was
like,
like,
wasn't my
wow.
first thought. Wow, I let that one go. I'm slipping. Spent too much time with the Italian side of my family, and yeah, I still can't pronounce this wine. I'm gonna just do a terrible impression here of Italian and say terra da vino. I assume that means wine land. And it's a barbera, and it's the other words here I don't understand. So, denominazione de origine controllata. Now I sound like I'm in Catholic mass, so this is great. It's a 2022 barbera. Says it has crisp acidity and a hint of spice to create an everyday delight. Its bright acidity complements tomato-based Italian classics. Served between 61 and 64 degrees. Hopefully Fahrenheit.
Incredible.
Some very, very hot red wine.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
It's actually the climate change wine choice of Italy, but no, I'm kidding. So I'm gonna pass it over to Burb now because I need to be stopped. For the record, I've had 2 sips of it so far, and this is what y'all are getting. I'm sorry.
I learned when we were in Italy that whatever the last line is that you read in Italian means that it is approved by the government for export. So
I didn't
Okay.
think the Italian government could approve literally anything.
I mean,
I'm not doing that. They
That's
got
a
one
different
thing
story.
down.
that's what they told me. Burp.
I'm drinking water.
Hell yeah.
It's good for you. You should do it. We should all do it.
Oh my god, I'm the only person drinking alcohol in this entire pod. Maybe I have a problem.
No, you don't. I'm just
probably
sleepy.
I'm probably going to the brewery after this. I
Fuck
just
you.
don't have any
Oh
beer
right, it's early for you.
in my apartment right now. And I don't want to buy groceries because I'm going to be dog sitting starting tomorrow night.
Is this
So-
when Kate and Chris are going to see you?
yes, we are going to be in Portland this weekend. So
The pod won't drop in time.
I
it's
was
fine.
gonna say, so if you're listening to this and you're in Portland, you missed us.
Thank- that's which is fine. I get to meet the nephew of the pod though. I have not met Bo yet, so
Oh
I'm
my
excited
God.
about that.
He's so cute. I can't wait.
I know.
I don't know
I've
when
met
I'll
him.
ever meet him, but
He's gonna
maybe never.
take one look at me and start bawling crying because that's what children always do with me. They just
That's
don't
so
like the look
sad.
of me. I don't really
It
understand.
sounds racist, to be honest.
No, it's like it has been many a child of all. It's just they just don't like my face, dude.
Have you
Devin.
tried smiling?
Yeah,
Ooh, you sound
They
like
cry
a man at
harder.
the supermarket.
I believe that.
Devin, what do you have? If
Um,
anything.
given how this pod has gone so far, I'm kind of glad I'm going to be on mute for most of it.
Wow. It's a personal call out. We all heard
It's
it.
been a fun time.
Oh my fucking God.
I'm actually in the middle of redecorating renovating my bar cart, so I might have some stuff for next time, but for right now I just have more seltzer water.
I just realized that you changed locations.
Oh yeah, I moved my desk into my bedroom, and I kind of closed off my kitchen a little bit so I could push my living room out a little more in my little open area space thing. So
Nice.
just trying new things. It's been helpful.
You're like always rearranging your apartment, and it always looks so good. And I just don't understand.
It's either that or do my work, and I would rather.
Great
do
Oh,
point.
that
Fair.
makes sense.
Mhm.
See, but here's the thing, Devin. You could do neither.
Okay, so I spent like a year and a half doing neither, and it was like bad. So
All right, fair.
we got to do
That's
something.
just called
now,
depression.
Yeah.
Can't relate.
I was
This
gonna
is-
say, which famously no one on this pod
I was
has.
gonna. This is mental wellness pod. Fuck. All right. What do you not have?
I have nothing.
Literally
I
nothing.
do not have a drink. I drink a lot of water before sitting down, and I didn't want to drink more because then I would have to pee 10 times during this pod. So you're all welcome.
All right. Anyway,
Great.
What a visual.
that was fantastic. That's so good. If you hear weird banging or gnawing noises, that is because my chinchilla is right behind me.
I was
I
gonna
thought you
say
were
I'm
gonna say
really
that.
curious about where this is going.
I thought you were going to say it's because Kate had a drink before recording.
Because I am actually a rodent. So, on a more serious note, our cause for this book is RAIN, which you may have heard of. It's the Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network. So it's just RAIN with 2 N's.org. We finally found one with a normal website URL. Huzzah. So, RAIN is the nation's largest anti-sexual violence organization. They created and operate the National Sexual Assault Hotline and carry out programs to prevent sexual violence, help survivors, and ensure that perpetrators are brought to justice. So there's been a lot of fun stuff in the news recently. So if that's making things come up for you, please avail yourself of resources. And if you are willing and able, also please give them money because I'm sure they're getting an uptick in people needing help right now because oh my fucking god. Huzzah. Anyway, back to Star Wars shit posting. So, oh, I forgot. We're also doing a contest, which I forgot because we had to extend it because I'm pretty sure still only Daniel has entered. Hi, Daniel.
We appreciate you. One
We-
listener.
I know.
Daniel's out here like, when do I get my goddamn prize
I'm
already?
sorry.
Guaranteed to win at this point.
Yes.
If you don't want Daniel to win, maybe try entering. It's for
true.
charity.
If you have a personal vendetta against Daniel, now's your
For some
opportunity to decrease his
fucking
Sorry,
odds.
Daniel. You have
nicest-
very friendly looking children on Instagram who seem so wonderful, and I
He's
feel
the
so bad.
nicest man, so this is why it's funny. But we are running kind of like a prize raffle. Please donate to your cause of choice and email us proof of donation so that's just bookwarspod@gmail.com and you will probably win some shit because ain't nobody entered. So free stuff, yay. Okay. Book.
A Star Wars.
Indeed.
Quest on behalf of the Hidden City.
Fuck off, Chris. All right. So we have our classic one, and where are we? This one's actually pretty straightforward this time, shockingly enough. we're not bouncing around the outer rim to like 50,000 different places. We were like solidly on 2 planets. I don't think we've seen these guys in canon before, but we are on Obidos and Gloam, which what a planet to name Gloam when it looked like that.
But my favorite thing is that, like, according to the what are they called, the Catacoot?
Yeah.
Catacoot.
Which is an incredible species name, by
That
the
is,
way.
it's that is A plus.
Yeah.
But according to them, it did not like it wasn't a hellscape at first. It was like lovely and lush and green.
So they cursed
What-
it by naming
What
it
shall
thus.
we name our paradise?
Gloam.
I will say they don't speak the same language
That's
as
true.
everyone else. So since they speak some strange bat language, maybe it sounds really nice.
That's true.
We're not colonizing the language and the colonizing of the outer rim or wherever we are in space.
Yes. That's fair.
Sorry, I don't know what the fuck is wrong. with
Also,
me.
did anybody? So, like, I think I mentioned this a couple episodes ago, but I like whenever we encounter a new planet, I like try to figure out what the pun or reference is that it's doing, because there usually is one. Like, it's usually someone's name backwards or something like that.
Right.
It took like I spent so long trying to figure out what the pun and or reference of this planet's name. Not Gloam. That one was fairly self-explanatory.
Even
But-
I got that one. That one's gloom.
But like
Thanks, Burp.
I still haven't figured it out. So if anybody has an idea,
Maybe he just liked how it sounded.
Maybe he just key smashed.
Maybe he asked his kid and his kid said gibberish.
Great point.
that's you know what? That honestly, that's my favorite going theory so far. Because it very much sounds like just noises that a toddler would make.
Yeah.
Abadas.
Abadas.
Oh, why did you have to do it like?
Yeah,
why'd
you're welcome. Yeah, now it's weird.
I hated that.
Okay, wow.
I feel weird
Anyway,
about myself that we did that at the same time and I didn't choose to do that. So
uh,
thanks, Chris.
I'm quite upset. Alrighty then. Moving right along. Other things that upset me. So I pretty sure that in the middle of reading, I put the book down and I was like, Chris, you didn't tell me there were zombies in here.
Zombie bats.
Zombie bats. Yes, correct. Yeah, no, did not did not go to this book expecting zombie bats. So, who wrote this note about don't drag zombie bats onto your ship?
Me. That was me. 100% me. I
That's
do
awesome.
not apologize for this. I
That's fine.
understand the Jedi are nice and they don't want to kill everybody, but this motherfucker has turned on you the first time. He lured you into a trap. He got
true.
your friend killed. His last thought was, what about my credits? And then you see him transforming into this creature that you've already said. Oh, I mean, it's kind of fucked up, but they're like, oh, they just exist to kill us. They don't think, whatever,
Yes.
seems questionable. But, and you decide to drag him onto the ship. Like, I get it. You're curing. I'm thinking of in Zoolander when they have the lung or whatever it's called,
Oh, no.
the black lung. But
No.
I get it. Like, you've cured this miner's disease, or you will. But why the fuck are you bringing him on your ship?
I was just please just
Why?
leave him with his
Leave him-
brethren.
Let him die.
his people.
Or let
Yeah.
him join his people. Like,
right.
either way.
Just be
But no,
happy.
instead he gets to have turned on everyone and have no consequences.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, he gets to experience himself slowly turning into a zombie. But
A
yeah, no,
zombie.
I was just like, put him in the hole. Put him back in the hole.
Let him die. Sorry, y'all. This is
No, I was just like
Concerning.
that. I was like, no. Every time, like, listen, I understand that the bat zombies have different rules about how to become zombie, but like every time, like one of the like good guy characters got scratched, I was just like, oh my god, cooties. Like, you know, like I was like, this is not all right.
Same.
That was absolutely
Like
what I
going
thought
back
the
to
first time I read
Resident
the book too.
Evil.
I was fucking terrified. Also, they're made of rocks now. That's fucking gross.
This whole book is like just very much an allegory for being nice to your planet, and I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
this seems right. You're gonna resource everything, and then you turn into it from the inside out and die.
Yeah,
That
I don't.
seems like an apt.
I love that as a concept. In practice, like though, they were like just. I was just like, you are just skin suits full of rocks. I don't like that. Like, so that's fine.
And there's small rocks too. That at the end when they're like the Jedi are fighting them in the cave.
Yeah.
The fucking Rock or whatever his name is.
The
Uh,
Rock.
Yeah, not to be confused with
Dwayne the Rock Jedi.
Wow, that's 2 Dwayne Johnson references and 3 podcasts. Incredible.
I
I was gonna say not to
Sponsor
be
us.
confused with the sentient rock who fucks, but yeah, go on.
Ooh. That too.
um they're like small rocks too, so there's a fucking lot of them because fucking Rooper, who is a real character, looks over at the rock and is like, oh, he's like wiping them off of his shoulder like
Ugh.
fucking dandruff or something.
I hate
like,
I'm really curious about how the fact that they're pebbles makes it worse for you than if they were larger rocks, Burb.
I just
wanna know more about
I
that.
wouldn't expect them to be like that small.
I imagine them as granules, like
Yeah.
the crystallization in their
Oh.
blood.
Oh, I
like
thought they were
blood kind
bigger
of
than that.
crystallized. And
I
then
think I'm just confused about the size.
I also envisioned them as pebbles for whatever fucking reason.
I
don't-
can't
this-
read, so.
It doesn't fucking matter actually, but but no, Rupert starts stick and like poke it, literally like sticks her hand in it. It's like, oh wow, weird fucking rocks. And I'm like,
Don't touch it.
rocks have cooties, don't.
Cooties.
Fucking yeah, there's a lot of fucking okay. So the actual point of this, so body horror, but also a lot of horror vibes in this book, just in general. And I don't think we've seen that, at least the High Republic wise, since that first Claudia Gray YA that we read, Into the Dark, where they're stuck on the MXing station and Wreath is just like, please, I want to go back to the library. But yeah, Burb,
I really sorry, I was waiting for you to
No, you're
finish your
fine.
point
go
because
for it.
I have opinions on this.
Yes,
I really
please.
like that like they are leaning into horror a bit here. And that's I've been trying to like get into horror a little bit more recently, so
Mhm.
like that's exciting for me. But then I looked at it. This is a middle grade book.
It felt like one to me.
It was. Uh, it felt like one. Why are we doing why are we introducing horror as a concept in the middle grade book in
I mean, I
phase
had
2?
goosebumps.
I was gonna say, do you remember
Great
those like
point.
scary stories to tell in the dark
I was
books?
just thinking of
Ah,
that.
yeah,
Great.
The
Okay, you
illustrations
know
on
what?
them, fucking terrifying.
I think Goosebumps scared me enough as a kid that I've just fucking blocked everything.
That's fine. The scary stories books also made me metaphorically poop my pants. So Devin.
I had fucking recurring nightmares of the fucking Night of the Living Dummy from Goosebumps
Is that the one with the?
Oh man.
with the dummy. Yeah.
I always think of the one where the guy's hand gets stuck in the garbage disposal. No one remembers that one? I think of it every time I see a garbage disposal.
I just think of that stupid fucking what's the doll called when the ventriloquist has it?
Puppet? I don't know.
A ventriloquist doll.
That's the book that I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
if there's
yeah.
like a ventriloquist doll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Ugh.
one
I
scarred me
couldn't-
for life.
I lost about a full week off that book. So
Damn.
Man, adults in the 2000s were like, there's too much violence on TV and video games. Meanwhile, they're just out here letting us read fucking Goosebumps.
That's true. My mom, to get me to shut up when she was like at work, would have me read the stories. And there were like 4 volumes or whatever.
Oh yeah, there's
And
so
I'd just,
many.
like, read them in the dark in her office.
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
Well,
Why did we all have that?
I don't.
I mean, my dad also had me watch like all sorts of crazy horror movies as a kid, so I don't think I'm the target audience for this conversation. Sometimes I wonder.
Oh man. No, that's fair enough. But yeah. But yeah, so many horror vibes. So much creepy foreshadowing and things happening. Which
It was. Sorry.
no, I was just gonna say as an introduction to the genre, like I thought it was pretty well done.
Yeah, there was a lot of things that were really suspenseful, especially when God, what are their names? Das and Spence.
Correct.
Great. What like when we're just with them and they're like one thing I will say about the writing in this book that is positive is that making the horror work was well done. Like I think he did a great job of kind of setting up that I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. It's not environment, it's not a vibe, but it is both of those things.
Atmosphere.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The atmosphere where like we can feel like when the zombie bats are closing in on them and they're
Mhm.
trying to get the fuck in that cave.
Mhm.
So I did really enjoy that part of this.
Agreed. I don't read a lot of horror myself, so this is this is about the level I can handle is the middle grade horror. So I'm fine with that.
Considering who one of your professors was for MFA, that's fascinating to me.
Yeah, no. I just Am I supposed to name drop him now?
No, it's okay. It's fine. If you know, you know.
I still need to
That's what-
finish
that's what
that
Google's
trilogy
for.
that he wrote a few years back.
Oh my god.
His books are good.
That's great, Chris.
Be cool if he wrote for Star Wars.
I would like that. And one of the he could start with an anthology, right?
Yes.
Like one of
Yeah.
the stories in one of the from a certain point of view or something.
Oh, that'd be fun.
I mean,
I'd like if he was
Factpov-
given a whole book, but
Factpov Phantom Menace is only 14 years away, so
Jesus.
Christ, don't say that.
Oh God. Somehow that makes me feel both old and impatient. Anyway,
some
sorry,
people were joking about how the 50th anniversary of Star Wars is in 27, and
Oh my
they have
God.
already announced that they're like putting it back in theaters, and everybody was like, "What a stupid thing to announce 2 years early." Which yes, but also somebody joked in the Tashi Station Patreon Slack, which you can be a part of for the low price of $1 a month at patreon.com/Tashi Station.
Whoop whoop.
Plug that shit.
Somebody was like, "Are they going to do a new 50th anniversary edition of Factpov?" Like jokingly, and fucking Tom comes into the chat being like triggered. This Tom being Tom Holler from Random House Worlds.
Excuse you, he's the editorial director of the Star Wars arm of that, I believe. At
Is
this
he?
time, yes.
I'm there. You go. I was
No,
not up
he
to date
is-
on his current title.
He is the supreme leader of fucking Star Wars adult publishing at this time, which like I remember when he was a little baby like assistant editor, so that's fun.
Yeah, I mean his Twitter handle when I got off Star Wars Twitter was still Darth Internus.
It's still-
I would imagine it still is.
Yes, correct.
There you go.
Also, his cat is named Lando. We love that for him.
So yeah, if you want good jokes,
Fantastic.
join the Tashi Station Patreon Slack.
Oh my God.
It's true. I check like once every 2 months, and I learn a lot every time. So
Yeah.
that's
That
both
sounds right,
appealing
honestly.
because that means you won't have to hear from me on there, and it means that you'll hear a lot of cool stuff. See that?
I'm pretty sure Chris is the
Advertising.
only one of us who's consistently on there because
That is absolutely correct.
I live in outer space
Yeah.
and not the cool kind.
Kate actually is a creature on Gloom, if you didn't know.
I mean, I too am made of small rocks, so you know.
And Miranda has a problem with that.
I do not have a problem with the rocks inside of Kate. Sorry, I just found out the professor too. So
I fucking, oh my god, I can't. Okay. No fucking response to that. Holy fucking shit. Anyway. Somebody went on a fucking like existential meltdown about about
me?
Jedi.
That's
Yeah,
me
yeah,
again.
please. You're
Look at
great.
my on. I was
I
like
love
this.
this.
I wrote this at like 3 p.m. Doing great.
Yeah,
I
you're
had just had a life-altering lower body workout that literally made me reconsider everything I've ever decided about in the gym. So maybe that's what was happening. But because I am weak, but both physically and spiritually.
Oh my god, stop.
So I just was thinking like this. So we have this sad
Yeah.
moment where I've already forgotten everyone's names. Is it Milik? Who's the creature?
Yes.
Yeah, Milik.
She's the bat
is,
lady,
like-
yes.
Yeah,
I think Midik.
perfect, okay.
Midik.
Yeah, Midik.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, because there's
you.
also Malik, the
Yes.
Jedi.
Yes.
Deeply confusing.
Thank you.
Well, I also my brain keeps changing the word Kataku to Kutukik because apparently, I mean, and apologies to all Inupiaq people, but I think I spent too much time with Inupiaq people, so I'm just assuming it ends in TIK. And I'm like, I kept Googling, like, what does this thing look like? And it was like, this is not a word.
That's really funny.
But yeah, so anyway, she has this moment when she sees the proof that her species has had history as Jedi, and I don't know, it made me really sad because she was like, that can't be true. And even the 2 Jedi in the cave are like, wait, what? Like they were Jedi? And oh, sorry, I'm
Oh my
so
God.
sorry. Oh my God,
Y'all
my
good?
house is like, stop talking shit.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Argos.
Argos, please tell us how you feel about this book.
Damn.
He also found
He's
the title
using
confusing.
the Force.
He
I'm
hates the
sorry.
little rocks.
He was like, speaking of species who can use the Force. I don't know how that just happened. That just fell off of a shelf, and it's been there for like a month, and it was fine.
It's
Anyway,
not the Force, it's just a ghost. You're fine.
I might
yeah, that's fine.
be full of shit, but I think them finding the art of the Catacoot Jedi is separate from the Bat Lady
Right,
finding.
but I'm saying these in these 2 separate things. Like,
okay.
first, when they find the art, they're
Yes.
like, "Oh, what? Like they were Jedi? I didn't know that."
Yeah.
And then also when she sees
looking
that they have a history on the planet, and she finds out that like it was her
Okay.
species, and then she says something about like, "I didn't know my people could engineer like that," which was like very sad. And then also when we first meet her species, they don't think that because they're not speaking. Oh my God, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what's wrong with me. I wanted to say the common tongue, but we are not in A Song of Ice and Fire. What language do they speak in Star Wars?
Basic.
Basic. Thank you. Wow. Imagine if I actually liked Star Wars. When they're speaking basic, like just because this creature doesn't speak basic, they're like, oh, well, maybe it's not sentient. Like maybe it can't
Oh my
understand us.
God.
And then she comes out and she's like, actually we can. And it just got me thinking, like,
Yeah.
who gets to use the Force?
Mhm.
Who gets to decide like what is a sentient being versus what isn't? Now I guess my dog is force throwing things around my apartment because he's really he's really vibing with this. But I don't know, it just made me really sad to think about like who gets to decide this, who are like, does that mean that some species just can't use the Force? I always just assumed like
Mhm.
basically if something can communicate, it could. I mean, I guess I didn't think about like we could really break down communication. You could have like the char hounds or whatever as Jedi, and that would be fascinating.
I mean,
But
we could bring like Rene Descartes into this and like
yeah, exactly. We could have. I mean, we already have all sorts of. We have rocks, right? Who are sentient. So could we have rock Jedi?
Vintian
Anyway.
Jedi would be sick.
This is
Geode
just what I'm
Fox.
wondering. Like, who gets to decide? I don't know. It just made me really sad to see her be like, I didn't think my people could engineer like that. And I was like, oh, girl, like we gotta get a whatever they're called, a Catacoot studies program. Like, we
Aw.
gotta learn.
That would
I don't know. It made me really sad
No,
and
that's
angry.
fair.
I was like, this is colonial
Yeah.
bullshit.
No, I
It's fine.
don't know if it's because I read it
can't
really quickly or I read it differently, but I was just like, it felt to me like she was almost just like, I expected these people. I don't know.
I think she expected the equivalent of like Catacoot cavemen
Yeah.
So
That's-
she's the fucked
because
up
they
one.
live in the caves.
Right. Yeah. No, that's kind of how I read it. Like, like, how long is your history of actually being able to, I don't know, build a really livable cave? It's longer than she thought, I guess. But anyway, also I could have read over something because I was speed reading this, and like I
It was
said,
hard not to.
my brain is made of soup.
It's probably me overanalyzing everything and being like metaphor for colonialism at all times.
I don't think you're wrong about that though. For like, I mean, the time given the how they're setting up this time period and like what they're doing out here, like
They are actively charting and like settling and all. The
right,
things.
right. Like I have this point later, but I feel like I can bring it in here. Like I was just like, oh wow, you found a fucking technologically advanced civilization, and you didn't immediately go kill it with fire. And I'm supposed to feel I'm supposed to feel better about you inserting yourself in whatever. It's like I Star Wars does like and like a lot of talking around. I think a lot of the like stuff that it does borrow from historical like colonialism and imperialism. And this really does absolutely feel like one of those instances, like 1000%. Like they try to make it feel better, like, oh, we found this place that was completely uninhabited. I don't know, maybe the fucking trees that lived there were perfectly happy with you not looking at them or whatever the fuck, like
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my thoughts.
I don't know if we have time to talk about it on this, but on this pod episode of this thing that we do. I have a lot of questions about the fact that there were thousands of years ago, there were Catacute Jedi, and like we're
Mhm.
just now finding this again.
Yeah. Agree. I don't think
Okay,
there's more than that right now anyway.
great,
I don't think we get
Yeah.
any more about that.
Yeah,
great. Thank you.
yeah. I'll save my quibbles for the section under which I put all my quibbles. That is a quibble, however.
Yeah, to me it felt like just part of the world building of like reminder. This is a complicated, nuanced history that has gone on for thousands of years, and things can be lost and this and that.
Right, sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's more just kind of like indicative of the fact that Gloam history is far
Mhm.
goes far further back than they expected it to, because they thought that it was the uninhabited planet until they got space travel, whereas it is actually the other way around.
Da, da, da.
But there's an ancient Jedi temple there.
Yep.
Great.
Yeah, I have quibbles. I will quibble. So this is the second book in Phase 2 of the High Republic, and Chris, I think you had mentioned that one of your frustrations reading this was like the fucking end of Path of Deceit was so fucking devastating, and then we pop over here and it's like, who the fuck are all y'all? Like,
And nothing else matters.
oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I will say, I'll say again, I enjoyed it much more than I expected to, or slash than I did the first time. I really did not like it the first time. I don't remember how many of my jokes slash insults were recorded versus not recorded in previous episodes.
I mean, I remember you reading it and just being like,
thank God I'm done with it.
just like sighing every like 5 pages. Like, it was
Yeah,
really
it's like this, and there's one other George Mann book from Phase 3 that I did that, which is like beloved on Reddit, and I don't get it. But that's beside the point.
Oh, because Reddit is really the
It's
genius
it's
hive
the
mind
bar.
of the
It's where
internet.
bar is.
Yeah, as a frequent Reddit user, I was really questioning your scale there of what's
Mhm.
good.
But yeah, like I get, so it's like obviously always very tough to like do a jump backwards in time and start relationships with entirely new characters, but like there's absolutely no relationship between this book and Path of Deceit whatsoever. There's no
Just
characters.
those
No,
two
there is.
planets. The only thing that ties it together is those two planets, right?
Yeah,
and
Irem and Arano.
and Sunshine.
Oh,
And
Sunshine,
Sunshine.
yes.
Oh,
and
Sunshine.
You're right.
Sunshine.
You know what? You're so right.
Fuck you, Chris.
Sunshine, not very Sunshine Dobbs.
Just, out here being the original Hondo and Naka, betraying people and dumping them on weird places.
Is Sunshine
Stormy
also
Cloud.
blue?
Sunshine is famously not blue.
Neither is Hondo. But yes,
Yes, he is.
this is the oldest joke. That Chris thought Hondo was blue.
No, I thought Hondo was blue.
You did think Hondo. I'm pretty sure Kristen at one point thought Hondo was blue, but
What are you gonna do?
Famously.
what are you gonna do? Not be blue.
It's working great for all of us.
Oh my fucking god.
But yeah, like I don't know, it's very disjointed, and we will visit with Salandra and Rupert and their Pathfinders more as the stories go on, which I had forgotten. So
Oh my fucking god.
That
all
was
due
that was
respect
gonna
to George Mann.
that was gonna be my question. Is like, do we at least get to? Is this like an introduction to them that we get to see more of them?
Yes, there is
and
going
they
to be
come-
more
okay.
of them. I wouldn't call them like consequential characters by any stretch
Damn.
in the overall plot, but they do exist.
That's not very nice.
I mean,
Shit.
listen, call it like I see it.
Oh my god. Anyway, what we do get is what you were telling me was that we get a whole lot of the world building. So we have the Pathfinders and Prospectors, who are apparently different Pathfinders, and that distinction is not clear to me at all. But that's fine.
It was just me. I was like, okay.
Oh,
Cool.
for me, it's just a like for-profit versus government-funded thing.
Mm.
Also, it seems like the prospectors are always doing like specifically hyperspace lanes. The Santekas, the other
Yeah.
family, and at one point, what's it? Fucking Spence, is that his name? He's
Yeah.
talking, or his kid is talking about like, we got this like cool hyperspace lane. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I think the prospectors are specifically around like charting new hyperspace lanes, whereas the pathfinders are more like government-sponsored expeditions to chart more of the outer rim.
Why didn't
We
they just
come
say
in.
that?
We come in peace with all of our weapons.
Yes, correct.
I mean, so that's actually that's a phenomenal segue into. I'm skipping a little. I'm skipping a point here over to the nature of the Jedi in Phase 2, because you're like, with all of our weapons, but also the Pathfinder teams don't really have weapons except for the Jedi. And the Jedi ethos in this time period is very, very different from even later in the High Republic. Like even in Phase 1, like they are already kind of in there. Like, you know, obviously Stellan takes it 10 steps further, but they're already kind of in the like galactic protector mode. Whereas here, like, you see Cilantro talk a lot.
I really thought you were about to say cilantro. Please continue.
The Jedi Cilantro, the soapiest Jedi.
And her twin, Parsley.
Yes.
She's not for everyone.
Can't tell them apart. Save my life. But like you see her both like verbally and also literally with her shield, like talk about how the Jedi are the shield. They are not about attacking. They are not about pushing an agenda of their own. They are about, there is life here. We will protect it.
Yeah, no, they were dealing with the swamp creatures, like the not zombies, and I'm Cilantro being like, yeah, we're gonna try not to kill them, and I'm like, man, Anakin would have turned all these motherfuckers into mincemeat like 30 seconds ago. Like,
Oh, Cal Kestis, like, just absolutely does
stop.
not agree with this philosophy.
No, stop. Oh no. But yeah, no, but in all seriousness though, I was just like, this is really, obviously it is more effortful than just slicing a bunch of motherfuckers in half.
I
And
do
calling
love
it
that
good.
she has a literal shield. And she's like a badass when they're like fighting the zombies and stuff. It's a very
Yes.
heavy-handed metaphor, but like it's fucking badass. And
It's
like
the metaphor that they both literally refer to as a metaphor and then also explain to like 5 times.
Yep.
that's why I understood it. Um, and like Rupert's got the 2 lightsabers she's rocking. There was some cool Jedi stuff in this one.
No,
Definitely some
absolutely.
cool Jedi stuff.
Listen, I love I do love a shield though. You occasionally used offensively. That shit's fun.
Also, I love that we continue to get different ways to see the Force. Like Rupert has her colors. So that was very fun. I enjoyed that.
Yes.
I really liked that. Yeah, that was a great visual, and it was something that was just, I love these reminders that everyone is experiencing it differently, but also that it sort of goes into their like relationship with the Force as its own entity.
Mm-hmm.
as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, I completely agree with that. A fun rainbow.
I love the colors.
Yes. It was cool. It was like, it felt like, like some sort of like force sensitive synesthesia thing going on.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I was thinking that exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but I love the individuality that it adds to this era as opposed to like, and we've talked about this many times reading the High Republic, but like as opposed to the more like dogmatic doctrinaire behavior of the Jedi in the prequel era, where it's like, no, this is how you are a Jedi, like full stop.
No, they definitely name drop Yoda one time in this book, and I was like, that little motherfucker.
Just need to remind you that he is in fact still around. We cannot escape
He
him.
is eternal, except for when he dies to avoid talking about problems. Anyway.
It's not
Extremely
okay to have feelings.
No, my God.
Sorry, Rana, you were going to say something.
No, nothing important. All I said was extremely conflict averse.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
Rana being like, I wasn't going to say anything important. I'm like, because Chris doing that was important.
I mean, I really
was
added
also
value with
shitposting.
my comment.
Like, we both were shitposting on the shitpost pod.
I have a sidebar here for this is cool that we have a Jedi temple here, and then okay, we're not gonna come back. We're not gonna like do an archaeological dig. We're not gonna go look this up. We're just gonna okay, bye. Like there's a lot of cool shit going on in there. I don't know. That place feels like there's probably still a library down there or something. And they're just like, listen, I understand that there are still some loose zombie bats running around, and
They
you
were
don't like
actively
them.
being chased by the zombies.
But just like holy fucking crap, dude. I don't know, man. There's like one zombie bat just like chilling outside of the hole. Like it would be fine. You just gotta send like 5 dudes.
Also, I was confused about whether the mine collapse, like that would also affect the Jedi Temple, right? Because the ground is.
That's
Or no?
probably so. Mm-hmm.
I got the sense that they were far away from each other, but I could be entirely wrong about that.
I also thought they were like not that far away because they could like get there really quickly, but 2 separate
Okay.
distinct caves.
For some reason, in my mind, I thought they were all like connected, but maybe it's because I've seen The Descent too many times. So,
magical third alternative. I think they are some distance from each other, but I think there are so many fucking tunnels underground that when they collapsed that one mine shaft, they destabilized like the entire region.
That's fair.
I don't understand how these things work, and it is one of the many reasons that I would like to stay above ground. So I believe you,
Dude.
You don't need to go into the caves. No one
I
needs
I
to
don't
go
need
into
to
the
go to outer
caves.
space, and I don't need to go like into caves. I will go underwater to the point at which I can get back up without equipment, but that's about it. I'm not going to go scuba diving.
My new horrible thing is hello, magenta. My new horrible thing to look up is people getting into spelunking accidents, and oh my god, there's so many
No.
horrible ways to
Don't
die
go
in a
into
cave.
caves.
I just had an argument with my cousin about this because
no.
sorry, not pod related. Because they were saying that they really, really, really wanted to go cave exploring, especially underwater, and I was like,
Oh my god.
I don't
That's the
want
worst
to do
one.
either.
Have you
but
never played a
underwater
video game
Yo!
in your
seems
life?
even worse. And she was like, oh, well, it's not like there's a bear or something. And I was like, there are worse things we don't know about in the caves underwater. And they were like, what are you talking about? And I was like they just think that I have no sense of adventure. So
I just absolutely love that your friend's like worst
cousin.
possible outcome is a
Bear.
bear.
Right. Not like getting stuck.
Also,
No, nothing else could go wrong, but what if there's a
Cannibals, I
goddamn
don't know.
bear?
also that you of all people were accused of having no sense of adventure.
I mean, I don't have that much adventure compared to a lot of people, but I'm not going into the cave.
I don't
Like,
listen. I don't trees scare me, so you're
right. I forgot. Compared to you, yes, I have a sense of adventure.
You took me camping one time. You're like, "How was that for you?" And I was like, "Okay."
Never again, please. Go
Camping
ahead
is
and
the
move across
enemy.
the country now.
It was fine.
But we did it once, so now we can say that we've done it.
Yes.
We spent most of the time by the water.
Yeah, it was
And
great.
and that was a good thing. All right. So about the way this book was written and put together. I had many thoughts. Miranda's making a really good merp face right now.
I was up reading this. Not even reading because I got distracted by getting angry and
Mhm.
started yelling at Kate.
Yes. You were texting
Vi-
me about
via
all
text.
the fucking random comma separated clauses, one after another, one sentence after another.
That's
They
how
were just
I write.
like, listen, I think that there's a time and place for using like a random loose clause as like a sentence, and I think there were instances, particularly in setting the atmosphere, where it was done kind of well. But like, what the fuck was happening here? Let me find this.
Oh my god.
Rupert realized beneath, she supposed, what was left of the old tower. That ended with a period.
There were also like words missing in some places, and I was
Yes.
like,
Correct.
"Can I read?" Is this
I listen. I do not know who edited or proofread this book, but I really question whether they were people and of sound mind. Like I think what I sent to the group was, did a senile monkey proofread this book? Because holy shit. Like I think a lot of my quibbles with the writing would have been helped by, a strong developmental editing hand and also an a properly opinionated proofreader, but that's not what happened, y'all. I found so many like, just random like misspellings, malapropisms, weird fucking punctuation, continuity errors that I was just like, I was just like, I think I would have enjoyed this book literally 3 times more if I hadn't been so fucking angry the entire time. Like, actually.
Yeah, I will say, as somebody who is very much a proponent of like liking something doesn't mean it's good, not liking something doesn't mean it's bad. There are 3 works across the High Republic Initiative that I consider to just not be good technically, and they're all written by the same guy.
I
Listen, if you love it, if you like George Mann, great. If you are George Mann, no disrespect, I'm sure you're a very nice guy, and maybe your other stuff is good,
Also-
and this just doesn't hit for me. But oh man,
Also, if you are George Mann, I think you might be confused by listening to our podcast, but I'm glad you're here.
right.
that's true. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why? Maybe don't come back. I'm sorry.
Or do come
I mean,
back.
You can.
Come yell at us about how we're entirely wrong about your
Yes.
writing style. We would love to host you.
We need more friends of the pod.
It's true. It's true.
We don't have any friends.
Oh my god! Fuck off!
Okay, when I said the cave earlier, I absolutely in my head heard it in the Gollum voice.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Other things that probably would have been helped by like a stronger editing hand is that there was, every time Chris and I watch like something on TV, and somebody does one of those "as you know, Bob" like pieces of dialogue, I just yell exposition at each other because it's like, wow, you could have found a better way to do this, and that was me, like the entire first half of this fucking book, like. The point that really made me want to throw the book at the wall is early on when during one of the chapters where we're first meeting Spence and Das. He's like, Das is like explaining to his dad about his mom, and I'm like, I think he knows already that she's fucking dead. Like, like what the fuck? Like that was wild to me. I was like, wow.
My favorite thing was the common trope of doing exposition through examining like old like artifacts or in this case,
Which can be done well.
murals. It can, but it's a trick so nice he used it twice.
Yes, right back to back too.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what though? Middle grade. That's all I'm gonna say there.
I want
Kate wants better for these middle schoolers.
I kind of do though.
Have you seen the current reading like tests and things? I'm sorry,
just-
that's not English. I can't read or speak, so they're doing better than me. But
Welcome
have
to our
you seen
books
the statistics
podcast.
around reading comprehension? Is my question.
No, but really though, I'm just like, honestly, if you're, I don't know, like I don't know what budget and timeline goes into this shit, but like if you're like putting out books that are designed for younger audience, like if it were me, I'd be like, I better get this as exactly right as I possibly can, because what if because then somebody shows up in my intro creative writing class and doesn't know how to use quotation marks.
Yeah.
So
Chat GPT can do it for them.
I'm
It definitively cannot.
gonna
I
change
will
it.
see the tweet that was going around that I think it may have been made actually by an older person who wanted, it might have been rage bait
Uh-oh.
/ trolling. But it was like someone saying like, can you believe that earlier generations couldn't use ChatGPT to write
I
their
fucking
essays?
saw
And then it was
this.
all those people being like, bitch, we used to write like 20,000 word fan fiction after school. Like, I promise you we could read and write.
That wasn't me. I didn't do that.
Definitely not. I don't know what you're talking about.
But yeah, anyway, I just listen.
I think
think-
most of my issues were like the technical execution of it. Like it was
Yeah.
a fun story,
Yeah.
but I got so taken out of it
Yeah, totally agree. I
b-
mean,
by
again,
some like shitty not sentences
I just
that added nothing and were just confusing. Like, what's happening?
I
Why are
was-
we beneath? She supposed.
I was on chapter
like-
5, and this child is reminding his dad of his promise to his dead mother he doesn't remember and never met.
You mean also the promise that the dad repeats to him like 2 more times in the
50
story?
Billion times.
Don't you leave him, Samwise Gamgee.
Yeah. Okay, what I'm hearing is I need to book a ticket to Denver and watch Lord of the Rings with Chris and Kate.
Literally anytime.
Cheese fries.
Yes.
Can I come? That sounds fun.
Yes.
Do it.
Anyway, listen, I have a lot of complaints. It's my life is really hard because I've been doing the proofreading for 20 years and I can't have some for fucking professional integrity. Holy shit. Like this is I had to look at this with my eyeballs. You spent money printing this and I still can't find a fucking agent.
Someone got paid for this.
Yeah. Yeah, they
Many
did.
people got paid for this.
Yes.
Actually.
Although not as much as you would think for IP work.
Oh, never.
Yeah.
Of course not. Anyway, it's fine. I'm just mad. As usual.
On that note, do we have anything else?
I don't believe so.
What children were dying off screen?
Oh, I just meant the Padawan.
Oh yeah.
Like this is a middle grade book, and we also we just keep killing Padawans.
Yeah, I was like coming up on the end. I think I was just like projecting being so fresh off of Path of Deceit, where everybody
Aw.
fucking died at the end. I was like, are we gonna kill
Kevin.
everyone again? Are these characters gonna make it? That would be rude to do twice in a row, especially because this is a middle grade book.
Not Kevin.
I will say the fact that we met Rock and his Padawan was dead, like, absolutely led me to be very suspicious of Rock, which
He ate him.
there had no actual merit, but I was so suspicious of him.
Oh, see, as soon as that fucking evil bat motherfucker started coughing, I was like, you are so suspicious.
Oh, definitely.
He coughed one time, and I was like, bad guy.
On that note, thank you for listening to episode 188
You're
of
rich, man.
Book Wars Pod, where we talked about Quest on Behalf of the Hidden City,
Fuck
which
off.
is the only thing I'll be calling it now because it's the only way the title makes sense. Next episode, we're going to be reading Convergence by Zoraida Cordova, chapters 1 through 9,
Zoraida.
which is
love
also
her.
part 1 of the book. So, yeah, join us. If you have the means, first and foremost, donate to RAIN, the Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network at rain.org with 2 N's. We finally got one. Then, secondly, if you want to support us, you can donate to the Tashi Station Radio Patreon. Helps us cover our hosting and production costs.
You're doing great.
Also, give us coffee at ko-fi.com/bookhorsepod. If you do any of those, I every week I have to come up with a new way to work all the pets in, and I never write it down. So then I always end up having to do it on the fly, and here we are. If you give us money, Argos, Blue, Flix, Magenta, Merly, Orca, and Tony will all be very happy with you. Our theme song is Whiz Bang by Poddington Bear. Our logo and artwork are by Joe Terra Design, and our audio and production are done by soon-to-be doctor producer Devin Keys. I'm Chris from all of us. Kate, Devin, Miranda, Rana. That's all that we have on the pod now, right?
I don't fucking know.
I was like, I don't even
What
know.
about yourself?
I stopped paying
cycled
attention
through.
halfway through the names.
Well, I was gonna say from all of
I
us.
heard mine was
all of y'all,
done.
I'm Chris. We'll talk to you next time.
If you hear weird banging or gnawing noises, that is because my chinchilla is right behind me.